recording right now. I'm gonna start sharing my screen. Share my screen, make selection, share entire screen. Bet, throw on my video camera. Alright, let's go. Let's go, let's go, let's go. What the fuck is up? Did Jane go? Let's go. Okay.
The Jane?
Okay, you guys can see my screen, right? Correct?
Yep.
Perfect. Alright. If you guys didn't really know what was going on today, I'm going to explain this really simply in the way I thought about it. And you guys are going to be like, fuck, dude. Okay? So, yesterday, you guys remember that trade I took yesterday, right? So, on Sunday Open, what do? We sweep out this, kind of signifying that was going to be daily high. But what also happens right there, that's top of week we put in. So, let's make a yellow line top of week, right? So looking at this 4 hour, what do? We have a sweep and a failure to push up into this high, creating top of week. So when I'm going in today, I'm going, this is top of week in my head, and anything pushing up into this is going to be rejected, especially after having the sequence of the sweep and push lower. Pretty simple, correct? So pushing back up into this, we would call this a rejection block, whether you want to call it that or not. It is something that's, I don't know who the fuck's calling me. It's something that, we have to keep in mind. Last night, that's a manipulation leg. Almost like the same thing that happened around this time last week. Pre-market manipulation. What do? We manipulate all the way up, all night, back into into the week's high, where the sweep is, where we showed displacement, basically saying that this is going to be top of week until we can break past it. So until we break past this, I cannot expect higher. And even taking something down here, what is that? If this is top of week, right, and this is the low, then we can't really expect anything higher because this is where EQ is, right? And EQ could have got rejected just as easily as, up here did. So from there on, I watch this happen, right? We open up. We get this sweep right here after already creating a high. This sweep. I enter right off that. Stops right here. Take profit down here. What happened? I get stopped prematurely though, because after we get this push down, this is what should have delivered. This push up right here, after we get around here, I close out. I'm closed, right? This is not a static game. This is a game of consistent testing how fucking, aware you can really be. And so after this push up, I'm going, fuck. Well, if this is the 4 hour high we put in, right? The previous 4 hour high we put in, or the daily high we put in, then we shouldn't break past this. So I'm going to wait, see what the reaction off this looks like. And I'm on the 15 because I don't give a fuck about anything else, correct? And once we get that rejection of this right here, a high time frame soup in a confluence with a lower time frame soup, and we get this push right here, I entered like this, stops right here, and I'm going to hold this through till right here. I think I had better stops though. I think it was more like this. And I want to hold it to here. And the reason I'm holding it to here is not only is ES extremely bearish still, but NQ is, now there's nothing telling me that we want to go up. Yes, we have this gap. Yes, we rejected out of it. Yes, it has, sweeped out previous week's low and very well could push up right here. But there's nothing telling me quite yet that it will do that for sure. Was that push down that failed the valid short? What, this one right here? No. You're at the bottom of the range, right? Let's do this pretty simply. If Asia opened right here, that was the bottom of Asia. We already pushed back past the EQ. You are now in a discount rather than a premium.
Near open.
No, near open. I did take that, yeah, like I just said. I took this one right here. I took this. Right, we put in a high at 933. 936, we put in another high. We sweep out that high within the first 15-minute candle and the 5-minute. Was market open long valid? Not in my opinion. Because like I said, this is high of week. From the information we have now, that is high of week, right? So I could have been wrong, but to expect that to get taken would to be, instead of going against your information on the screen, you're basically going ahead and saying, you know what, I think I'm right. I think I'm better than the market. I think that we could long here and basically go against everything that's, you know, presented in front of you at the moment. Right? So like Sebastian's trade last night was good because it was a basically a failure of going lower, but like he wasn't, like, there's no way that he was like 100% sure that was going to hit, right? Like he was playing it hoping that we were going to break that high with the information that he knew that we already had put in high a week, right? There's going to be lower probability. Now, was it a good entry? Yes. So it's easy break even. And sometimes you have to be able to take those, but also sometimes you have to identify what's just not going to hit. The longs were protecting all of the protected highs. Yeah. Every single one that we had, right? We can't, just like last week when this happened, when everyone was trying the long, it's the exact same thing. And guess what? It happens over and over and over again. And like I said, ever since we had this daily candle that pushed us lower 600 points, there is nothing that will be able to validate longs until we push back up into this range. Unless a news scandal CPI. News likes to book what's going to happen. I personally think all the news is facade and it's already priced in. We wanted to go lower. News pushed us lower. What are the odds? I don't know. It happens 9 out of 10 times. So I don't really even think about that, to be honest. Right? Because it's all fucking scam, bro. That guy in the chair, bro, he knows exactly where he wants to push the market, and it's priced in. We can see it. We can see where the market wants to go before news comes out. Daily gap, bro, I'm telling you, the fair value gaps have really ruined the industry. Right? But you guys have to differentiate the ability to realize not going lower isn't always mean to long. Right? Especially when like you don't have like the ability and the skill to take an entry and be able to go break even like Sebastian, right? So doing that and playing bigger stops or not having that precise entry is going to fuck yourself because you're not going to have the correct break-even point. Right? There is those Hail Mary trades, and I take them too. Like I said last week, you know, we both took the longs. They did fail, but it was just like an expectancy trade. If we do this, I want to be in right here, but I'm not expecting it like to go up. I don't know if you already spawned in, but what was the draw? So very simply, the draw could be this because that is going to be the beginning of this range and basically the start of last night. Where I'm holding to right now is the CE of here. So this is the push up. If we do reject this sort of area down into here, I'm just expecting it to be lower in this range, and I rather it be in between this rejection block and this low. So if we go ahead and take this low, I want to make sure to probably be out of the trade. Can you make a video on always just using the relative highs and lows, removing the noise? Yes. That's like, bro, that's exactly how I trade, and I think you guys are going to get good at it. I'll make that today. Thank you. That's actually a great, I'm going to screenshot that real quick, okay? Cool.
Hard time. Yeah.
If you can, Sebastian, you want to go over what your kind of entry was last night and what were you thinking?
Mhm.
All right, here. I'm
Yeah,
going to go
yeah.
ahead and stop sharing my screen. And throw on Discord right here.
Can you explain hard time kilo, how you use the weekly high? I mean, that was pretty much Ty's hard time from kilo, and honestly, the best key level.
Because you have
Like
to
you can
realize is
even
that
use
it
that
was a previous sweep, you know?
like this, and then expecting like this wick that we put in,
To hold.
obviously. The
But
whole,
there's a
so
reason,
then you
right?
just go down
Because
from
on
there.
Sunday Open we had that sweep, we had the push down showing displacement, right?
Hmm. So, I mean, overall, last night I wasn't really looking for much, but I kind of like this like area we were
That
in
was goated
for like
push.
maybe maybe we get a rebalance, and so I just positioned myself to, once we broke out of this, order flow started flipping bearish, I mean bullish, and I mean I just took a pretty simple entry, expecting a minimum of this high to be hit. Because what I said last night, I wanted us to pretty much just chop up overnight so we can get shorts in the morning, which I kind of faded myself on the shorts. I definitely best thing I could have done was fucking close out right here and then shorted the shit out of it. But yeah, like last night I said, wanted to see higher prices towards this high, not really knowing if we're gonna take the high or not. So I just played this and I was in like this. And once I was break even, I mean, I was just went to sleep, woke up, and I was like, all right, I'm not really sure if we're gonna break this high or not. I'm just gonna hold it, and then end up trailing to like here for like 0.5 R. I mean, not 0.5 R, for like not much. I didn't really make anything, but yeah, these shorts were definitely a lot better. Like I said, I made a video yesterday on it. Like trading with the higher time frame, you're gonna have full TP and not really have any problems with getting break even. And, overall, this high was put in a relatively good area right here. We open up this gap. So it's definitely going to be a hard area to push through. But if we did end up breaking this daily high, I was definitely expecting this daily gap to be met. But we didn't. So shorts did end up playing lower. Very nice fucking trade after this sweep. Once I saw this shit and we fucking flipped, I was like, damn, this shit's fucked. But yeah, definitely the
Excuse
long
my
did fuck me
interruption,
up
but
on.
that
Oh, go
yeah,
ahead.
like that wasn't bad. Like even like us like
Even
6 months
this.
ago would have taken that second candle and it would have still been all right and for like a 1-to-1, you know?
Yeah.
Like that's all right if you want to trade 1-to-1s, and that's a better swing than those longs that you guys took or whoever took those. They're fucking bullshit longs.
The morning longs,
I'm not
this
gonna
long?
lie, the morning long is fucking dumb.
Yeah, that was
Right?
bad. I would not
If you were gonna
take
be in
longs
it,
up
you were gonna
here.
be in it where Sebastian was overnight, not up there.
Yeah, because what am I positioning myself at is literally at the bottom of this range.
Yeah.
You don't want to be like Ty said, you want to short at the top of the range, long at the bottom of the range, and you don't want to short at the bottom of the range as well.
Yeah, yeah.
Or
Like
long
shorts
at the
right now
top
would
of
be
the
a little bit
range.
more sketch, but I'm still in. I'm not gonna lie, I'm still holding. But
Yeah, I
I'm at
still
the very
expect
top.
it. We
Like,
can
I'm
definitely
at
push
the
this.
exact fucking top. Like if we go back up there, then I don't know what's going. Yeah, I know
Trade's
every
fucking
IFG
invalid,
mentor,
yeah.
but that's fine, bro. But you guys want me to be fucking honest? Your IFG mentors are making like $5,000 to $8,000 a month. You know? Most of them. Obviously, I
Yep.
know more that are making more, but like most people, they're making like
This is
5K a
what they
month,
took.
bro. And that's fine. But like, do you guys want to make
What
fucking
did they
5K a month, or you want to
what
make fucking money? It's like that. Yeah,
is
yeah,
this
yeah.
what they took?
Yeah, but
Oh
most
no.
people, yeah, yeah. But I think
What?
it was like that. Yeah.
They're like TP like one to
Well,
one.
I
That's
saw
it.
that. I saw that. That's what I saw. Was the at the body, and to the next high. Yeah. Which is fucked. I would never hold that. I would never, ever, ever in my life be able to hold that. I saw
This is like that
a
one
lot of
trade.
people it hit because they didn't go break
They
even.
closed out like
And a lot of, dude, a lot of people got break even on this. Like, bro, come on.
this is like that one trade. Remember, like days ago, like in February, that one 5 minute flip that we both took and got raped on because he took this bullshit and it was a perfect short.
What, mine
You
says
remember that shit?
420p when I screen share?
Whose screen sharing says 4-4?
Nah, Seb says 1440 also. I think you're tripping.
It's both good and bad. What do you mean?
What both good and bad? Me? You talking to me? You think the trade's both good and bad? The trade's not horrible if you want to go ahead and take that, but I'm telling you guys, oh,
You're gonna catch like
oh, okay.
oh the quality, the
Oh,
quality.
I was about to say, that trade is just, if it failed, you guys would be really upset. But your IFVG mentors aren't going to be upset when that fails. You know why? Because they're making 15K a month from affiliates and they're making another 10K a month from live trading. So no matter if they fail or not, right, it's going to be okay. And then they can also condition you guys to the point where it's like, oh, well, I just lost 1R and we'll wait till tomorrow. You know? All of them, bro. All of them. I'm not going to lie. None of them not really know how to trade. It's all right. Like, bro, they can go ahead and make their bag, bro. But, like, I'm not going to, like, sit here and, like, act like it's okay.
HUDier trait.
I don't know, bro.
But yeah, if I saw a lot of people take these shorts, so that was fucking good. Let me see.
Yeah, Dick Gang, bro. I love that.
The gang? The gang, bro, is my new name.
Yeah, like, if you're risking $300 on a 1-to-1, like, you know how many trades you'd have to win? Statistically, you'd have to be, like, the best trader ever, bro. You'd have to win, like,
100% win
to get a
rate.
10K payout on Top Step, you would have to win, like, 12 trades in a row. In a row. More than that. Like 15.
You need like 100% win rate for that shit.
Yeah, and if you
That's so
lose,
much
if you
harder.
lose 2 or 3 of them, you realize that's the same amount that you made, right? So now you have to win 18 trades. And you know how hard it is to find 18 good 1-to-1s? It's hard as fuck.
That shit's hard.
Because if you're going to take a 1-to-1, you better make sure that shit's hitting. That shit has to hit. If not, your fucking equity curve is cooked.
Like this, bro, you lost like half R and you're floating way more.
I care about the high. Ari, can you explain that to him real quick?
Maybe you guys already explained, so I'm confused. Why you guys didn't care about the high so far in the So this is daily high, like Ty was saying. Daily high. Where was this daily high put in? Let's look at this weekly first. So the weekly high put in. Well, if you're expecting this weekly high to be 5 week, so we can have this sell week, this wick right here is going to be our protected wick. So when we come above or come towards, like opening price of this, what happens? We put in a high there and we don't really need to sweep this out. And this can become protected high. And what happens on the daily, if you're looking at this, right, this is daily high. We come looking at the 15, we'll come reject it, push the opposite way, and we never end up taking it at all because this high is high of day. And when it's already set and done, it's not going to be taken. And so we do sweep out inside of this. This would be your rejection block and continue lower. Just protected high. Plus it's protected by rejection block. Yeah. Does no, ES equal highs don't really fucking matter. The ES. This? Nah, it doesn't really matter.
That's the one thing is like, okay, well, I don't use rejection blocks. I don't use order blocks, this and that. The way we're explaining it, like, bro, realistically, we don't really use those either, but we're framing it in a way that's, okay, this is protected and this is not. And that's usually how people, so rejection block, order block. And this is why a lot of people don't know how to use those type of PD arrays is because they're not framing it as, oh, this is protected for this reason. They're just seeing a rejection, marking it out, and then thinking it's going to hold because of some fucking magical ICT bullshit, you know? When ICT doesn't even trade like that, honestly.
Yeah. Crims, yeah.
Have to stick till narrative till disproven, bro. You have to. Because how many times do you get fucking raped doing the other thing, bro? Very often.
Mm. London gold. Y'all are cooking the element of PA. There's nothing wrong with PA. I don't know what anyone says about PA.
Bro, people have been complaining about PA since I started trading. So it's like, that's just one more thing that you're going to cope with, right? Ty, did you start paying attention to the candles since you've been profitable? So, I don't know what I really like hit me in the dome, but something did, bro. I started paying more attention to the opens and closes, I think is what it was, and I started trading the daily candle. I don't know how, I just accidentally started doing it, and I was like, holy fucking shit. I know, actually, I remember exactly when it happened. In April, we started moving a lot during Asia, and instead of like just trying to look at the 1 and 5 minute on New York, it really forced me to look at the 4 hour and the daily. And so I started taking these trades off the 4 hour with tight stops, and then they're all fucking banging. And I go, holy shit, I can do this every day. And yeah, that's what fucking it started fucking working, dude. I was like, hold up. I'm gonna keep doing this shit. And I was like, hey, yo, my nigga Bass, bro, look at this. And he was like, hold up.
And then we just, started
Yeah. And
fucking
then we all just
trying
started
it.
doing it, bro. Ty, in that vid, you're making ad the validation points for the high time frame narrative. How did you meet hella traders, Ty? I prayed to God a lot. Ty, is your vid? Like, guys, you don't think I realized that, like, bro, like, I saw these people online and stuff, and like, I was just like a chud, like, just hoping that I was gonna figure out some way to make it work, bro. And I really just tried my best and put myself out there and like started speaking to people on Discord, you know, like really changed my environment. Like I moved from San Diego to Dallas. That's where I met Cole. And then like everything just kind of spiraled from there. It's also just being about a good person and pretty authentic. Like I never act like anyone. Like I don't give a fuck, dude. So like all my friends that I have right now actually fuck with me for me. So otherwise, it's just like, bro, like I'm not about to be like friends with some like guy just because he's a trader. Like that's so gay. I just happen to relate to a bunch of people that trade.
How'd
And
you
even
move out
like,
with no bread?
how did you move? How do you just
Job.
move with no bread? Credit cards, yeah. But I also I've been working since I was 14, right? So I've always spent all my money. I've always lived paycheck to paycheck. But I was working at a restaurant making $4,500 a month. Working 5 days a week. And if you guys aren't gonna do that, then I don't know what to say.
Who doesn't taking as a
Houston is
young
fucking
girl?
gnarly.
Houston's pretty right.
You understand though, right? Like you have to really want this shit. Like I moved because of the time zone difference because I was tired of waking up at 6 a.m. I knew that was going to be a commitment, and I knew that it was going to force me to actually try my best. And I knew that I was going to have to live, multiple hours, 25 hours away from my family. And I was just going to have to make it work, bro. Not a lot of people do that. And a lot of people do it and they fail. So don't take my advice because I'm just the type of person to figure it out. And it's kind of cooked to say, but there's no other way I can explain it. Bro, you just go and you work at a fine dining restaurant, bro. That's goated, bro. That's goated, Diangro.
Tips, yeah. You have to pay tips as a fucking server.
Yeah, you get good tips, bro. It's a grind, but bro, $4,500 a month is definitely possible, bro. Definitely possible as a server. Serving is meta, bro. It's the most amount of money you can make in the least amount of experience. Yes, do they kind of want you to have experience, but you can lie, bro. If you're personable, you know how to speak, you know how to look someone in the eye, you know how to not be an idiot, you can carry plates, you can remember dishes. Bro, it's great. I farted a lot when I was serving too. I'm not gonna lie. I shat in someone's face one time.
Bro.
It was fucked.
That.
You worked overnight? Yeah, I worked at night. Bro, when I was in San Diego, I worked at a restaurant as a busser, and I would get to work at 7 p.m. and leave at 3 a.m., bro. And I didn't have a car, so I rode my bike 7 miles to work and 7 miles back, 3 in the morning. I worked in restaurants since I was a jit, bro, since I was like 16. Started working at the boardwalk, like a little amusement park when I was 14. Then I worked at a grocery store for like a year. No, I didn't go to school, bro. I had a 1.8 weighted all 4 years. I couldn't even get to college. I couldn't even get in community college even if I wanted to, bro. Do they tip you after shutting your face? Yeah.
Verga, güey.
Did you backtest a lot? Nah. Forward tested, bro. I've been on the charts for a long time. I used to sit on the computer. Like when I first got into trading, like the first 6 months, I watched a decent amount of videos. But then also I fucking like genuinely looked at the charts from 9:30 open to like halfway through PM every single day. And I also traded Forex too. So I'd look at GBP USD or whatever, or JPY at 5 o'clock on Asia Open. I used to trade that. Do your parents not talk about? No, my parents didn't really care about my grades. My parents like aren't the smartest. Blessing in disguise though, low key. Oh, nice. We're getting this volume down, bro. I want this shit to hit so I can get my 10 racks.
That is tough.
What?
Back to back.
Oh, yeah. No matter what, bro, you just have to really want this shit, really do it, bro. It's not easy. But the statistic gets more and more in your favor the longer you're in the game. Right? The longer you're in the game, the more statistic. And it happens quick, bro. Like I said, I made a YouTube video about it. I thought it was always going to happen. Like I knew, I was like, maybe today's the day that I like lock in for a long period of time. Maybe today's the day. And I always thought today was the day, and I'd always blow my shit. And then eventually, I was like, maybe it's just not the day. Maybe it's not for me. And that's when I locked in somehow, bro. Yeah, bro. You really never know if it's soon or not. Yeah,
You
bro.
gotta
Honestly,
push
the
through.
Zin's giving me less energy, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I'm just an addict. I need some sort of stimulus. You never know, bro. You just have to keep pushing, bro. You have to keep pushing, just like anything in this life, bro.
With cheese?
Yeah, it was a Phil strat. It was like the Schwab method. Yeah, bro. You got a fucking little taste of it though. You had a taste of it, but you also scammed the fucking market. So now you're gonna get scammed back until you actually put in the work. The Chinese strat. I hope you guys took like pretty good accordance of like what we said today though, because yes, we were on different sides of the market, but there was nothing wrong with either of our executions, you know? I mean, obviously, like, I had
Yeah,
a different
Giants win.
frame it, and I think Sebastian also knew. Like obviously shorts were gonna be the play, but just married his bias, pushed into a protected high. It's fine. He got a good entry. Didn't lose any money.
Get money if I fucking close my shit. Fucking betting right here. Chinese strap.
All right, bro. Well, if that's it, I think we're pretty good to end it. We'll probably do another call tonight. I wasn't in there last night, but looked like a whole bunch of people were in. We had like, dude, there was like 20, 25 people at one point. It looked like so. Maybe I'll
Really?
post on my story. A bunch of people have been joining. We had almost 40 people join yesterday after I posted it on my story. So,
Um,
we will definitely go ahead and try to figure it out.
yeah, we'll record this afternoon if we do end up hopping on.
Internal and flipped, and I thought that was going to be the high, so I took it. But unfortunately, we were moving at the pace of a snail, and obviously options, that is not ideal. I see. Debut call, don't forget the vid. I will make that vid, and I will post this. So I'll talk to you guys.